Hey, where can I get a kayak? Here, like, can I buy a kayak here?
Here? Yeah. Absolutely. We've got a huge selection of everything from fun in the sun recreational kayaks like our Nomad or the Juntos. We've got motorized options like the Bass 100 from Johnny Boats. And we've also got a huge selection of new, improved, and newly released pedal kayaks like the 12.5, the Moken series, as well as his little cousin here. This is the Moken 10 PD from Feelfree. One of the latest and greatest creations, 10 feet 4 inches long, a good beam on it, uses our rapid pedal drive. I think the best thing that you can say about these guys is that they are small but mighty. Ton of fun, lightweight, easy to maneuver, hard not to have a good time with.
Is this the best priced pedal drive kayak in the market right now? I mean, I'm trying to look around.
Sure.
Prop drive kayaks. What is it, $1,500?
Yeah, right around 15, gets you everything. An awesome rudder control system. That's our oversized beaver tail rudder. It's spring loaded, which is exactly what you want. You've got the rapid pedal drive comes included in that package deal, as well as the boat itself. So right around 1,500. That's a great, kind of middle of the road point. However, for the features that you're getting with something like this,
let's just open it.
Yeah.
They want action. Let's just talk. Alright guys, so we are unboxing this kayak right here at the store. We are in, where are we? Englewood, Florida? Is that like Sarasota?
Englewood, Florida. Yeah, southwest Florida, right in Sarasota County. Basically on the intersection between Charlotte and Sarasota counties. Dearborn Street is where we're located, 501 West Dearborn Street. It's an awesome little spot down here. Great community, good food.
Here, thank you.
Take that.
Great food, and it looks different. And you also have other stores in Texas and some other places?
Yeah, absolutely. We've got Waterways West Asheville, Austin, Texas, and here. Austin, Texas, as well as our Florida location, are both celebrating our 1-year anniversary for the grand opening here this month. So that's really exciting.
What is this?
So this is going to be some seat installation
Manual?
instruction.
We don't need that. Well, you do need the certificate of origin if you want to motorize this boat and register it, which is right here.
Yep.
So I'm sort of on vacation, so you're going to do all the work.
Okay.
So you're going to set it up together and just going to take it home and then flip it and, I don't know, do stuff with a kayak. But since you know everything, let's see. I'm actually going to put a timer. Can you do this in 5 minutes?
Sure. Well, let's get her done real quick. First thing first, when you open up your new Moken 10 PD, you're going to have to set up this seat. This is going to take a couple of screws. I do like how we are packaging these seats now. Feelfree, they really do a good job with packaging everything up. All the extra little minor touches that they put into the plastics and how everything is wrapped up and situated is awesome because it makes my job a lot easier. I don't have to deal with many scratches, dings, dents, or whatever because of how we have these guys put together. But besides taking the seat and putting that all together, that's pretty well all that you're really going to need to do besides screwing the pedal arms onto the pedal system itself.
When you have a PDL kayak like this one, I like to put a Bispy right here in the rear where the rudder will be and have the PDL drive here because now you got dual propulsion.
Heck yeah, man. And those Bixby's put out a good thrust too. I got to meet some of the guys at Bixby at ICAST this past year, and they were so sweet. I love working in this industry. There's so many just kind people.
There's a lot of good people in this industry for sure.
Heck yeah.
And the cool thing is that a lot of brands, they do get along, you know?
Heck yeah. As long as you're out there on the water having a good time, then we're doing our job right.
That's right.
And true to form, as soon as somebody's watching, it takes just a half a second longer. But good news is, we're just about done. It just stuck with me. That was the first time that I'd ever seen a dolphin in real life, and to have one so close, I could have reached out and touched it. And that's probably one of my favorite kayaking memories.
That is right there the reason why you kayak.
I kayak
to get close to nature, bro.
Absolutely. That's one aspect. Also to get away from everybody else. I love the meditation that you can get on one of these guys.
I just had a comment. Somebody saying like, why would you pay so much for a boat that could only take one person? And like, you're not paying attention? That is the reason why you get one.
It's because it's only one person out there, yeah, man. Down here, I feel spoiled with every sunset. And there's not a better spot to see one than on a kayak.
A lot of times I'm filming videos and as the sun is going down and I'm just there doing nothing.
Yeah.
It's sort of relaxing just to be on the water in a little tiny watercraft and just do nothing. Just breathe.
Yeah. And there's something really to be said about that.
And I know that I'm not really good with words, so you should definitely go get yourself one of these kayaks and go and experience the sunset. Now make sure there's no mosquitoes nearby, please.
They'll carry you away down here if you're not careful.
For real.
The locals call them pterodactyls. But North Carolina, we had pretty bad mosquitoes too. Down here, it's nothing out of the ordinary. But if you're having a good enough time, you won't even notice them.
So, bro, anybody that comes here and buy one of these kayaks, you do the setup for them just like this?
I can, yeah. Some people, they like doing it themselves. Some people like knowing how it all works. I like making sure that whoever comes through the door, that they feel confident enough when they leave. So I go through how to remove the drive, how to set up and index the prop if you'd like. Some people, they want everything set up before they even show up, and I can do stuff like that. For more difficult processes like doing full-on rudder installs, I will charge you.
Oh, you have to. It's gonna take you 2 hours. That's a rigging thing. That's not longer just putting something together.
But for something like this, I never have charged somebody
Yeah.
to show them how all this stuff goes together.
Well, I mean, I have set up too many kayaks in my lifetime, so it's kind of refreshing that I don't have to do it myself. So thank you for that.
Yeah, man.
So this is cool. Now, while we're setting that up, we're almost done. Oh, we need a drive. So we're gonna put the drive, we're gonna finish this up, and then we're just gonna give you a full walkthrough of this boat. This is new. Like, the price you pay for this is incredible. I mean, you have the Makana, which is $1,600 for a fin drive, but this is a pro drive. It's a propel drive. You get that instant reverse, right?
Yeah, that's a huge bonus, especially if you're fighting a fish.
Exactly, maintaining position. If you want to fish a dock or you want to stay on top of something, having that instant reverse is amazing. And it's not that instant, you know. It takes a second, but
Well, if you get to it real good, you can.
No, like let's talk about science, right? Like you're going forward. First, you gotta stop the forward motion, and then go in reverse. So that's why it takes a second.
Absolutely, yeah. You got momentum working against you at that point.
Yeah, bro, all this is scientific stuff. That's what I do on YouTube. I talk about science.
I love me some good science. You want a little bit of play right here? You see how these can kind of move a little bit? If they can't move, then that's putting undue tension onto these little cables right here. They're tough. They're very tough cables, but if you don't have that play in there, then like I was saying,
It's gonna break faster.
well, yeah, absolutely. But let's see. We just got everything screwed in.
If you fish salt water, eventually this is gonna rust. Just replace them.
Yeah. There we go. That's a good turning radius. It's nice and smooth. It looks good too. That's exactly what I want to see.
That's a big rudder. It should turn really nicely. We're gonna do a complete water demo of this boat soon. I'm gonna show you all the turning and all that stuff, stability, everything. So
let's move this out of the way. And let's check the up pull cord.
boom!
There we go.
It just stays there.
Bada bang!
So is this water sealed?
Yes, this is a sealed unit. If worse comes to worse and this pops out of your kayak or it's hit by a hurricane or something like that, if this goes into the water, it should float in there for up to 3 days.
Wow.
And I have tried that. I took out, it was the Flash that uses this same system. And I was out with my dad. He's like, well, you know that thing floats, don't you? And I was like, you're full of crap. And so I picked up the drive and I tossed it into the lake. And I was like, huh, maybe I should have thought about that a little bit more because it didn't pop up at first. Because I gave it a good haul. And then when it popped back up, I did breathe a little bit of a sigh of relief. But it bobs up in the water, it stays right there, it's very easy to retrieve, which is a huge benefit because to remove this entire thing, once you've got it up in this position, it's just like that. Like, that's all you gotta do.
I didn't know it floated.
Yeah!
We're gonna have to test that out.
Yes, you are.
I'm gonna throw it out in the middle of the lake.
Make sure you're really far from shore when you do it. And right now, we're getting the crank arms on. When you're installing the crank arms, you wanna make sure that you really tighten them down. They're made to be used, and so you want a really good seating on that. Now, some of the screws on these guys, they are actually backwards threaded. So if you're twisting and you're twisting and you're twisting and you're twisting and nothing's screwing together, try twisting the other way. I figured that out after looking a little bit silly in front of a customer one day. But I prefer it like that because what should happen is as you're pedaling along,
it tightens more.
It tightens, yeah.
Kind of like the reels.
Yeah. So for here, getting these on.
Your dad is very proud of this drive.
Yeah, he loves it. He has a good time with it. It's very low impact. And so for all day usage, it's awesome for something like that. There we go. So there's one down. And remember, there's a left and a right. It's notated. Labeled. It's labeled. So there's L. You want to make sure that you do that. And you also want to make sure that when you put it on, that you put them in opposition like this. Because it's really hard to pedal like this.
That's a good point, you know.
Yeah, I have definitely never done that. Oh, here we go. There's the backwards threading. I was just unseating the screw there.
It does look cool, man.
Yeah, it's fast too. I was surprised. We just recently did a demo and I was showing a lady. She was a little bit older, sweet as can be, but not a very large person. And so I spent a lot of time with her making sure that she felt comfortable out there on the water, about how all of these different parts and pieces work. And I got to the point where I was like, all right, if we're ready, I want you to go ahead and make a couple of pedals. And so she did like one rotation. And I don't know if you know about this area, but when you're out there in some of the muck, like I was wearing sandals and they like sucked into the ground. And so I was pretty well like glued there. It takes a lot of effort to unstick yourself. And she did one little pedal rotation and it took me off of my feet. There's a lot of thrust that happens with something like these guys. There we go.
Boom. So, for fun, say, let's do the deploy and undeploy. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Undeploy.
That's a good way to go about it. So first thing you're gonna have to do is this kind of mason jar style latch here, is you're gonna flip that toward you. And that disengages this little latch here that links up with a shelf kind of latch option here. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get this little bar undone from there. Then you got a prop finder. You'll depress this plunger here, and that sends out the little finder. You'll twist the pedal arm until you hear that click.
You gotta hear the click. Oh, so you just hear it. You don't have to see it.
Yeah. Because it's really hard to guess where your prop is located. But once it's in the position right here, don't touch the pedal arms, don't touch the button or anything. Just take the drive up and it's good to go.
Boom. Oh, nice. Because I was thinking once you lift the drive up, how it's going to stay there.
Just like this.
Just flip the prop.
Yeah, and then you can slide it a little bit back so that it stays within the shelving. But this is perfectly fine to have it resting like this.
But you don't have like a cover?
Not right now. I've heard that potentially we're working on it. And I've tossed around a couple of ideas of creating some stuff just for this
like a
location.
phone block.
Yeah, And that would be about as simple as it gets. And I love simple stuff, less to break. Anyways, so this is the up position. Again, to remove the whole drive, you just bring it forward and you're done. To drop it in, get it about right here, flip this down, slide it in, engage underneath that shelf, lock it in. And she's a little bit cold, but dang.
Don't worry, we're
Nice
gonna put
and
it.
smooth.
We're gonna put it through its paces and it's gonna
Good.
run smoothly. If you have it like this and something happens and you flip over, you may lose it. So maybe it's a good idea to attach it to something.
Yeah. So one of the ways that we go about that is we've got a little bungee mechanism here.
There you go. That's it.
That should help retain it. But again, like we were saying earlier, if this does come out of the boat, it is a sealed unit. It will float in the water.
I love being behind the camera because it's so liberating. Like nobody can see my impressions. They just see yours, for example, and it's so much better.
Yeah. You could be doing anything back there.
Yeah, like right now I'm very serious. Nah. So, okay. We unwrapped this boat, you saw it happen. We also told you little stories about everything. But now, Sam.
A little
Samwise
walkthrough.
Ganji.
Yeah, we can go with that.
Sam is gonna give you a full walkthrough of this boat, like very detailed walkthrough. Guess what, guys? You are not allowed to skip anything. You need to take this in. Right, Sam?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
So, let's start at the beginning. Right up top, we've got a molded in handle. This is a ridiculously strong brace point, great for locking this down on the roof of your car, in the back of a truck bed, or anything along those lines. Moving back, we've got the mounting brackets for your rapid pedal drive right here, reinforced. Very tough brace point, which allows you to use this very effectively. Coming back down here, we've got the Unitrack rail accessory rails here, which are standard on all Feelfree kayaks. So if you want to do extra stuff like fish finders, extra rod holders, cup holders, whatever, you can do that and accomplish it effectively with one of these mechanisms. Along the deck, you will find scupper holes throughout the kayak. This is a self-bailing system, similar to most sit-on tops within the kayak market right now. I love them because I don't necessarily need to bring a bilge pump with me when I'm going out there on the water. It's also much easier to clean and maintain. Whenever I'm done for the day, I can just hit this guy with a freshwater hose. Because of the salt water here in Florida, you want to make sure that you hose everything off after you're done. And with the scupper holes, I don't have to hit it with a hand towel or anything like that. Just hose it off, should be good. Got a dual mounted foam standing platform here. This is reinforced, so if you wanted to spot cast and stand up a little bit, you've got some extra bracing here to make sure that you can accomplish that very effectively. Right here, you've got your up-pull cord for your rudder system. Again, that oversized beaver tail rudder. And along the back side here, you have your hand control dial here. I love the smaller toggle right here. There's a great range of motion that you can get out of something like this, and it's buttery dang smooth. On top of that, you've got this awesome hanging style seats. We use this on a ton of our different models. The entire Moken series currently, some of our stuff from the Anglers, like the 120 and the 120 PD, but it's got a nice back curve to it, so when you press down and feel all that comfort, you're not resting your spine on a bar or anything like that. Another cool thing about these guys, they're very quick to dry and very easy to remove. One thing about these guys is it's one seated position in terms of height, but you've got a huge amount of adjustability forward for some of our shorter friends, and then backwards for some of our taller friends. There is a ridiculous amount of leg room in one of these guys. One of my buddies, he's 6'2" tall. He doesn't even use the furthest back position here on the seat. So even if you're thinking like, hey, I'm 6'4", 6'5", and I think a 10 feet 4 inch kayak would look kind of silly on me, you're gonna look great in this guy. Another cool thing about these seats, super easy to remove. So for storage, maintenance, or whatever, you've got this guy that you can just pop out like that. Or if you want to beach this guy and use this like a lawn chair on the beach, like that's totally a viable option. Working back, 2 flush mounted rod holders with rod leashes. Fantastic here, just baked in usability. Working away down here, you've got hull access right here. If you want to do any wiring or anything like that, you don't have to drill through the kayak. You've got an awesome spot to access the insides right there. This rear tank well is perfect for anything that's about the size of a milk crate, which for 99% of what I see on the accessory market within this style, it's gonna be about that. So our Feelfree crate bags are gonna look great in here. 25-liter cooler, maybe even something from Yak Gear or something along those lines. It's gonna look great back here. Extra bungee storage as well. Those Unitrack rail accessories. You've got a molded in handle as well as an extra canvas handle right here, because sometimes when you're loading and unloading, it's not the easiest thing to grab around the rudder. So we've got an extra handle right here just for that reason. Working our way back as well, we've got a good old drain plug in case I leave that hatch open or anything like that. And let's see, again, the oversized beaver tail rudder. This thing is spring loaded, which is awesome. You ever run up on anything, it's just gonna pop up out of the way. And the patented wheel in the keel, that's a lifesaver, specifically for my back after loading stuff like Lure 2 tandems and stuff like that. But that's a pretty basic walkthrough of the Moken 10 PD.
Grab and go. Is there any particular reason why this is on top and not on the bottom?
Well, if it's on the underside, then you've always got a drain plug down there in the water. And I would be silly by saying that I've always had my drain plug screwed in. At some point, something's going to go wrong. Human error is a beautiful thing. And at some point, I'll forget that I have this.
So on top is better?
On top, in my opinion, is much better because it eliminates some of the issues that happen right around here.
Now, you missed something, Sam.
Did I miss something?
Yes, the middle.
Oh, we've got some extra shelf handles as well. So down here, I don't know if you can see that on camera, that there's another built-in handle. It's very ergonomic. There's a good lip underneath. Similar to the molded in handles that go all the way through, these are fantastic spots to kind of manhandle and manipulate something like this as you're loading and unloading it. Paddle part, that's a fantastic thing for paddle retention. You can put it, just pop it up out of the way. And is there anything else that I'm missing?
People love to see the bottom.
Oh yeah, we can. Let's pop this guy out.
Oh wait, there is more. Now that we took the seat out, this is how it looks.
Oh yeah.
I always talk about maybe putting a cooler there and using it as a seat, but I never actually do it. I don't know if anybody would do it. Comment below if you're one of those people. But you kind of like gain more height, so you could maybe see the fish.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
I'm a super really good angler, so I don't need the extra advantages. I feel bad for the fish already. So.
Yeah, sure. Then another cool thing, because this is the science show, right?
Yeah.
The way that this, in terms of physics, is going to work is any water that pools up is going to be collected into these channels and kind of coaxed along back into these rear scupper holes. So it should work with you to keep you dry and happy.
So are you one of those who always have the scupper plugs or not?
I don't. I go featherweight. I bring a couple of snacks, my camera, maybe a rod if I'm really looking to go fishing that day. And so I don't get anywhere near the max capacity of this guy. And that's where I would see somebody really needing a scupper plug. Or if they're in like colder environments with it's a little bit choppier. I'm in beautiful sunny Florida.
Don't rub it in.
Yeah,
don't.
sorry. It doesn't get cold around here. And in fact, having some water, like at some points, what's really cool about these guys, and we'll show you with that underside, the way that these guys are structured, they're wickedly stable. I'm from North Carolina, and it gets too hot for me down here, specifically in the middle of the day, right when everybody's ready to start paddling home. So what I can do is I can hop off of this guy, attempt a front flip, and then probably face plant into the water, but then simultaneously get back into the kayak right afterward very effectively. But let's take a look at underside.
Oh,
look at that structure.
Wow.
Super steep channels, almost bridging on Big Fish Cathedral Hole territory.
Wow.
You've got a very sharp pronounced keel right here, almost like a dagger edge. So you're gonna cut through that water. You're also gonna eliminate that boat slap, kind of the water slap noise. I don't know if you've been in like more flat billed boats and stuff, but you'll hear and And that drives me nuts. What it'll do over here is it should glance the water away and splash it away, so you won't get that weird tapping noise as much. Super steep channels, nice tri-hole right here, ridiculously stable. Again, for standing up, for getting into and out of the kayak. You've got all this structure working with you, and it tapers back down, perfectly balancing onto that wheel whenever you're ready to transport it back home. And that's the Moken 10 PD.
You forgot the specs.
The specs, 10 feet 4 inches.
Cat hole, 34 inches wide. It's gonna be stable enough for any normal human being under, I don't know, 230 pounds?
Easily, absolutely.
Boom. Let's do this. Got the drive. Gonna walk it over like that, and just gonna cross it over. I don't know why I always show you guys this right here, bringing the kayak down. I think it's fun. It's like the start of a new adventure. So this right here, oops, don't fall, don't fall. It's like oh my god, that wheel is amazing. That was epic. This thing goes in easy, just goes through there, and it's there. And here you could hold it down here if you want. Without any fishing gear, this is how the kayak will be. I got no cooler, no fishing gear, and we're just gonna use the wheel. If you lift the kayak right here, it's gonna tilt to the side, so you may want to like keep it level, so that way the wheels is in the middle and it just goes down nicely. It's not heavy at all, even with the drive. Slippery. Water. Wow, it just went in there just like that. This so far, whoop, it was a really nice experience. And once I figured my position with the drive, I'm gonna tie down the seat so it doesn't move. First time I'm on this boat on the water. This was nice, feels good. See if it's a little teepee. It stops you right there. Let's just do a drive test quickly. Bring it down. You have to lash it. There you go, it's all the way down, and now you have to lash it here and there. It's now moving. Do a quick. Okay, I think I'm too far, so let's try this level here. Maybe I'm too close, but here's the thing, I like to stretch back, so I'm gonna keep it here. Let's tie this down. You also have several levels here, so I'm gonna put it through the first one, so I have enough room to make this work, because you need space to tie this properly. I mean, once you find what works for you, you don't even have to move the seat because it's pretty much weightless. So now that we are on the water, man, I wish I had a cup holder, so I'm gonna have to get a Yak Attack cup holder and put it here somewhere, because in some Yak Attack adapters to go here on this tracks from Feelfree, you're gonna need that, because the track adapter is not gonna work. Like you won't be able to just put it in. So definitely I'm gonna need to work on that, and it's not debris anything. So cup holder, don't have it yet. There's one here. All right, so let's see. Seat moves a little. kind of holds you there. Oh my god, we're gonna flip this kayak today after we do all the 4th of July celebration and all this stuff. We're gonna go catch a movie, and then after that, I mean, it's dark at 8, but I'm gonna be flipping the kayak between 6 to 7 p.m. this kayak right here. So now let's do this. Let's go ahead and stand up. Let's get a feel for it. This is nice. You saw that I stood up without any effort whatsoever. So this means it's a very stable craft. Of course, the water is not even moving, but it's still like, I've been on many kayaks and many different kinds of waters, so I know how it feels. It feels very stable. It's gonna be tippy though, and I see that the water wants to come in, so it may be super easy to flip, but as long as you maintain your balance, you're in the middle, you can stand up and fish. So you gotta get used to that, okay? Again, we're gonna test that out soon. Let me get down, and I want to start paddling first, and then we're gonna do the drive test. I want to see how it paddles, because there's a lot of shallow waters that you're gonna be fishing on, so you need to know how well it paddles. So let's go ahead and do that. I have the rudder up. I'm not gonna bring it down because it's gonna be moving all over the place, so it's gonna be difficult. And I have the drive down as well, which is gonna make it difficult to paddle. You can see here, if you stretch your legs, those pedals are gonna hit you. So yeah, I mean, just sometimes you don't want to bring the drive up and you need to do a quick movement, so just be mindful of that. Now let's go ahead and bring the drive up so we could do a proper paddle. And this thing is easy. To align the prop, all you have to do is press here, give it a crank. That should do it. Oh, I have the bungee. Oh, that easy. That was easy, man. That was easy. Oh, I don't want to lose my drink. All right, so this is a $1,400 boat. So you're gonna be missing a few things here and there, like a cup holder, and things may not be perfect. Just keep that in mind before you go crazy on it. So now that we have the drive up, this drive, I'm thinking something like, it may float or something. I don't know. We'll test that out. I'm gonna try it out and see what's up. So we have it up right now, and it has this nice bungee that is gonna hold it down with a prop. So this shouldn't go anywhere. I will still secure it somehow. I will put a little cord somewhere and attach it to somewhere around the boat in case something happens, because you never know. Maybe you are on an island and you get off, you lift the boat, driving there, a wave hit you or something, like a boat passes by, throws the drive off. That could happen. I could see that happen. So yeah, we'll totally secure it. Now let's go ahead and paddle this. I'm gonna take my amazing I broke two foldables. I paid warranty twice for it. They even canceled the plan. It cost me $600 for the warranty and about $2,000 for the phone, and it's at home, and I can't bring myself to use it because it broke twice. It's not the phone, it's me and my lifestyle, basically, because all this stuff, like moving kayaks and fishing and all that, it's a lot of movement. You don't know when you hit something. Like the phone could be in your pocket and it probably hit 7,000 different edges and things. So right here, once I brought the drive up, it feels good, but I see water coming through here. If you're gonna be paddling this craft, get kind of like a phone block or something that will fit in there, or a pool noodle, whatever, and then this drive can go all the way up, and then just cover this little thing there. And I'm probably gonna do that once I take it out fishing. Okay, so hopefully we could get a feel for it. 1.8, 2.6 miles an hour, 2.4, water's coming in, 3 miles an hour, 3.5. You could probably hit 4 miles an hour paddling this craft. I say easy paddling is around that 2.5 to 3 miles an hour. It's a 10-foot boat, and remember, this is a $1,400 kayak, so it's gonna be missing a few things. And really, you could just go to the dollar store and get that, so it's not gonna cost you a lot to do that. What I can tell you is I don't know if I'm feeling great today because I haven't eaten anything in over 24 hours, or this kayak feels amazing because so far haven't used the drive yet, but how easy it was to bring it down in the water, to get on it and to stand up, and it's so simple and it's not too much money. It feels so far really good. Let's see if that continues to be the case. So let's go ahead and put the drive down, put the paddle away, and let's do what you all came here to see, which is me struggling putting my phone back on my pocket. What the heck? Just go in there, dude. Come on, it's not a big deal. Why can't you just go in there? Oh my god, what is going on? $5 swimming shorts from Five Below. Watch this. Boom. That was epic. So you need to bring it back. That was epic. Release. Boom. That was quick and easy. A few points. This is a new drive. You're gonna hear a lot of that grinding. Eventually that should go away, but you're gonna hear it now. What do you think about my pedaling position? You can move forward and backwards, as you saw. I really don't mind the grinding. Some people do. It should go away over time. One of the cool things that you get with this kayak, other than this super nice wheel here, is that if you're about to hit grass, you have instant reverse. You just go in reverse, no problem. And once you get out of your tight spot, you could just go and keep your forward motion just like that. You guys don't understand how useful this is until you're fishing a spot that there's heavy current moving around and you need to maintain position. Because the hobby one is cool, but you still have to like bring that cable, align it. I mean, you could get used to it, and even the ones that don't have reverse, you could like get the drive out and turn it around. But really, when you're fishing, you're not gonna be doing that. So this is epic right here, that you have instant reverse on a $1,400 kayak. That's what the price today. It could change. So if you see this video 3 years from now and it's $2,000, hey, you know, I wanna go just straight, really slow like this. See how fast we go. Right now, I'm not even sweating. Well, I'm sweating because it's hot, but you know what I'm saying. 3 miles an hour. Look at that, 3 miles an hour. This motion right here is good for 3 miles an hour. That's some epic stuff. 3.4. Let's say you need to hurry up a little bit because, you know, you're late. You told your wife you were gonna be home at 3 and it's 5 p.m. and you know you're in big trouble. 3.6 miles an hour. And you weren't paying attention because you were worried about all the fishing gear that you bought and she's gonna be really pissed and you're about to hit a mangrove or something. Well, instant reverse, 3 miles an hour. It takes a minute, but you could go in reverse right here. And let's see how it turns in reverse. Look at this. Nice. This is very, very nice. 10-foot, let me tell you something about 10-foot kayaks. And I have a bunch of them. I have this one, the Vibe Macana, I have the Old Town 106 PDL, and some of the Riot Makeup and other kayaks like that. I'm gonna take them, all of them out, align them, and I'm gonna do a full comparison videos between 10-foot kayaks that I have, which is many, but my point is, they're amazing. If you're a smaller guy, under 230 pounds, let's say, one of these 10-foot kayaks is probably plenty of kayak for you. Unless you go offshore, unless you cover long distances, that's different. But like, if you fish close body of waters like this, or you don't have to go super fast, super far, 10-foot kayak, especially pedal drive kayaks, yeah, that's the ticket. Let's go ahead and go super fast forward, see how fast we push it going super fast forward, and then we're gonna do the same thing in reverse, and we're gonna see how fast it goes in reverse. I know people are like, who goes super fast in reverse? Well, if you're in a super tricky situation where a giant boat is coming and like they don't see you because you're tiny and you're in a canal that you cannot really turn around, but you don't want to waste time, you need to know how fast your kayak goes in reverse. I want to know. I don't want to be in trouble. 3.4 miles an hour, 4 miles an hour, I felt something 4.4 miles an hour, 4.5, 4.6 miles an hour. I think that's a respectable speed for a 10-foot kayak. I think I was just hitting whole speed. It's a 10-foot kayak. Guess what? Now that we're here, before we go in reverse really fast, I wanna go ahead and test this to see how it does through whatever is left of this grass here. Which is this normal, guys? Like the grass will like die off like this and comes back later? I mean, this lake, nobody comes here. Okay, I got hit with the grass. There's some grass in here. Like some other drive will be stuck already. My phone fell. Okay, I got stuck. Okay, I got some grass. I went in reverse and I'll let it go. And talking about reverse, let me put my paddle back here. That's cool, man. That's cool. I probably was going 4 miles an hour in reverse. I want to go really shallow, and I want to see how well it paddles through very shallow waters to see if this is a craft that you could take out and fish even the shallowest of waters. Of course, you're gonna be paddling. Go ahead and do that right here. Oh my god, like I'm very shallow. Like I'm very shallow and I keep moving. This is cool. This is like, and it paddles so nice. Turning of this craft. So let's get a little bit of speed and just turn it. See how it does. All right, I think I'm happy with this turning. It's not as tight as other kayaks, but it's not as bad as other kayaks. And I think it's good enough to get you out of a tight place, especially with that reverse. So if you feel like you're not, let's say here you want to turn here, but you're totally not gonna do it, you just go in reverse, reposition your boat, and then turn again. So you get out of the jam. Learn your boat and you have no problems with it. Now there was something else that I needed to test with this kayak right here. So first of all, let me put my paddle back in the paddle holder, get to a shallow area, because you know I don't want no trouble, and let's do this. Oh my god, no way. Is it gonna go under? What? It does float. Cool, man. $1,400 kayak, and I think it's worth the money because you get that instant reverse, you get that stability, you can stand up and fish. And we're not really test the stability to see how far you can push it, but if you're in calm waters and you're under 230 pounds, you could totally stand up on this thing if you know how. Practice, wear your PFD, don't get in trouble, you know. Safety first, second and third. This place right here is sketchy as hell. It's super low tide here, so I'm not gonna deploy the drive yet, because this is the place where I like to film these flipping videos, because I'm able to put a camera on the dock over there that you see there, and at least have clean audio in case something happens. But this is so shallow here today. Look at the marks. I won't even be able to use the drive. So this is not gonna work for today. Water is very clear, beautiful day. I'm gonna have to paddle all the way to that sign over there, and then flip the kayak over there. I could also do it over here, but what if there's a gator or something? So this is a perfect place to show you what I mean about really shallow waters and fishing flats. right here right now, like it's so shallow, and I'm still able to paddle this craft fairly well. So that's good to know. You could paddle it nicely. I mean, there's a 10-foot kayak. I've been paddling all around here, trying to looking for a spot that is deep enough to flip it. So I have paddled all the way over here from way over there. And even though some people claim to love paddling, I don't. I love pedal drive kayaks and kayaks that have motors, because I'm able to really enjoy kayak fishing. This boat, $1,300 or $1,400, one of those, with a drive, is a game changer. I don't know. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up my camera, one of them over there, hopefully looking that way so I could record the action, and let's see what's up. Hey people, so if you forget to get your bait, bring your bait. There's always crabs all over the place. This is super sketchy here because this camera, look at this, it's not super waterproof. I'm gonna put it right there, but I'm not gonna be using that audio anyways. A lot of wind here. Wonder where that camera is pointing. And my paddle below the drive. We have room here before it, whoops, it takes us. I think it's around here that this camera is pointing. So guys, first test that we're gonna do is we're gonna stand up, and hopefully that camera is recording some of this action, because I just spent like 10 minutes trying to set that camera up, and maybe we don't wet this one that we have here. If I flip, I'm gonna have to go quick and get my waters. Don't have any place to put it. Maybe I'll put it under the seat, but anyways, so let's go ahead and turn around here. Ooh, sheesh. Right here in front of this camera, and do the standard, you know, see how, okay, initial impressions is that when you lean, it sort of holds you in place, like it doesn't allow you to flip it yet, but I gotta see if I push a little more if I'm gonna be able to flip it. Like, look at that water line. Ooh, wow, I don't know, could be easy to flip. Let's find out. Let me just stand up, do my classic walk. Okay, so you definitely could stand up on this and do your classic walk. You could probably go all the way to the bow, but look at that shopper, it was flying so low. You guys missed it, but it was pretty much on the water. Wonder what they're looking for. See if I could just walk all the way. I don't want to fall in. Ooh. Okay, may lose balance there. This is very sketchy because there's a lot of current here. I don't know who's gonna walk to the bow, so we're not gonna do the test today. But look where I'm standing, and you could stand no problem. So now the classic test will be to go really fast as possible, and lean to one side to see if we flip. Okay, we know we could like go probably close to 5 miles an hour in this boat, and okay, survive that one. Let's do it again. I don't know if you saw it, but I knew it was flipping, and I saw it jump ahead of the boat flipping itself, because I'm not ready to flip it yet. Got my batteries there. I don't want to get this mic wet, but just gonna jump on the boat quick and easy, because I can. Don't know where this came from. All right, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to stand up in front of that camera over there and just lean a little bit to see what happens. All right, let's go ahead and do that. What are we really testing here? I mean, we know it can flip. What I'm testing is to see if I could like get up on it and do cast fish without worrying about flipping. Because if you push too much to one side, you're gonna flip. Some kayaks do hold you and you have to like do it really hard. Or kayaks are stable enough for you to stand up and do the fishing, but move a little and you flip. That's what we're finding out. Let's go ahead and do this. All right, let's see. Hey, my kayak balance is next level, man. Like, I don't know, man. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This could be the boat, could be me, but seriously, it's like next level stuff, man. Oh, it's plenty stable. You saw over there that I have 2 feet. 2 feet, or my feet. 2 foot, 1 feet. Wait, 1 feet. What am I saying? I don't know. I have my 2 chancletas. There you go. On one side, and it didn't flip. Now let's see what really takes to flip it, right? So let's go ahead and kind of use the reverse and fight the current and position ourselves right at the scene of this camera right here, and let's go for a flip. Okay, see how much it takes. You're gonna lean like I lost my paddle. Hopefully my $40 worth of batteries don't get wet on the night. Okay, so now that we flipped the boat and you saw it was quite fairly easy to flip it, just lean too much to one side and it's over. This boat is not huge, it's not super wide, and yet it's very stable to stand up and fish, and as long as you know what you're doing, right? And when you're sitting down, hey, you know, don't lean too much to one side or the other because you're gonna flip. But the reason why it's that stable because it's this hole right here. See that hole? That capturing hole is actually, it's nice looking, this hole. Now if this boat was a little wider and these channels were a little wider, it will be more stable, of course. Everybody knows that. So let's go ahead and unflip it. And it's too shallow to kind of teach you how to unflip a kayak. Check my other flipping videos. The best thing you could do here, since you have a drive, is just pull the drive. That easy. So guys, we flipped it sitting down. We saw how much it takes to just flip it. Now you gotta flip it standing up. Now I have a problem. I sort of built a little sea legs, a set of sea legs that is very difficult to fight. I don't know how to explain it. When I stand up on a kayak, like something takes off, right? It doesn't let me flip, so it's gonna be kind of difficult to flip standing up, but we'll try. Oh goodness. Let's see. Lean all the way over here. Now it also had to do with the shape of the kayak. You see those holes, you know, it's a tall hole, so you're deep, so you're getting a little bit of balance here built in on the boat. So let's see if you were that wasn't good. That wasn't good. Let's say for some reason you're standing up and you want to reach a paddle, you're gonna fall. I don't know, I don't think I can flip it standing up unless I try. Let's do the rocking motion, see what happens. But like when kayaks have this hole like this that is not very flat, it's sort of deep, my feet knows that there's a wall there and like I can't do it. Or maybe that's part of the stability thing. I mean, if I lean a lot, water should start coming in. And you see, the boat kind of tilts you back. So there's another kayak that is like this, that is very stable standing up. The Big Water 132 from Old Town. When you're standing up, it's more stable than when you're sitting down. Because you're balanced in the middle. And your center of gravity is too high because the sea is high. Because they make it like that so you could pedal properly. But like the only way to flip this kayak standing up, it's gonna be like God knows. Wow, you see how much water is taking and it doesn't flip standing up? Wow, that's crazy. This kayak is far more stable when you're standing up, at least for me, than when you're sitting down.